If you're still paying a virtual assistant to manually scrape leads for you, you're wasting money. And if you're buying expensive, low quality lead lists, then you're wasting your time. This spreadsheet is filling up with qualified leads as we speak, including business location, the website, and I've cross-referenced it with the Company's House API to find the actual directors' names. I built an AI agent in n8n that does 10 hours of prospecting for me every week while I sleep. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how I built it and where you can download the workflow so you can use it for your business as well. Prospecting is the most painful part about running a business. You spend hours searching their website, looking for phone numbers, trying to find who the directors are. You spend hours on Google Maps. You check their website to see if they're even active. You check government agencies to see who is the best person to speak with. It's boring and people make mistakes. Most people try to automate this with expensive scrapers that give low quality leads. Today, I'm going to walk you through something smarter. I'm going to walk you through an AI. I built a logic-based research agent. It uses Google Maps for discovery, Gemini to qualify the lead, and a Company's House API for legal verification. It's the exact workflow I use to get 20% of my week back. Let's get into the build. So this is the workflow. I'm using Google Sheets to store my business name as well as... So this is the Google Sheet. I'm using pharmacy name down here, but you can do this for any business. I just put in a location and this is all the data I need to start with. All of the rest of this is filled by my AI agent. This is n8n. You can read the pharmacy list just here. We split in batches to go one by one, so we're not searching for 100 businesses at one time. If it's already been searched right here, then we can skip that one and it goes back to the next one. I'm using Apify to scrape Google Maps. Now, the reason I'm using this is because I've tried other scrapers like Firecrawl, which is good, but it can get quite expensive. Whereas Apify right here, it runs on pennies. You can see in the bottom left here, I've spent about 59 cents getting this up and running, and now I've gone through hundreds of searches in that time. So yeah, it's really straightforward. It scrapes Google Maps for phone numbers, websites. It can also pull things like address, potentially emails. There's a lot of opportunity here. And this is all done through an API endpoint right here. Now, the one I'm using is not the run actor, it's the run actor synchronously and get data set items. The reason I've used that is so I don't have to do another HTTP request to pull the data set items. It just does it all in one and spits out the data for me nice and clean. Coming back here, I've got an AI agent connected to Gemini and Tavily. If you're not familiar with Tavily, this is essentially web search for AI agents. And this is after testing. I've tested a few different ones and I've found that this is producing the best results for me for my use case. And probably the best thing about them is that you get 1,000 free searches every month. So if you're trying to keep the costs down, this is definitely the way to go. Although I would recommend looking at other providers like Perplexity for more complex searches. Now, once I've qualified the business, this is essentially trying to find the company's house name and their company's house registration number so that I can then go and search this through the company's house API. Now, what this search is doing is pulling all of their directors and then sorting them by age. So I've got all the youngest directors to oldest, and I know who all of their decision makers are for this reason. And then once that's done, it goes and updates Google Sheets just down here, and it loops back round to the next business. So that's it. It's dead simple. In order to repurpose this workflow for yourself, you would simply have to download the workflow, replace all the API keys, including Apify, your Gemini, Tavily, and Company's House. Now, if you live overseas, different country, then by all means, you can use your local government agency, and hopefully they've got an API that will work for this. If you were to build this whole workflow from scratch, it might take you a few hours to get the API connections right. I don't want you to waste that time. I've exported the workflow for this entire automation. You can download it for free inside my school community using the link below. All you need to do is import it, paste in your own API keys, and hit publish, and it's live. Let me know what automations you want to see next in the comments. Thanks.